Alright, so where do we go first? How about let's go to Magical Menagerie, since it's closer to us.
Ginny said her brass scales were in here somewhere.
So there's creepy music here.
Flipendo!
I'm feeding the stock. Keep out.
Then there's what's known as a prefect,
Flipendo!
guarding the Magical Menagerie.
Go away and stop bothering my creatures, boy.
Just tells us to go away, because the shop is closed. Why would it be closed if the door was open? Doesn't make any sense.
Didn't you hear me, boy? I said we're closed now. Go away. I don't know kids today.
How could you not know me? I'm Harry Potter, the boy who lived. Everyone knows me.
If I'm careful, I should be able to creep past him.
Alright, sneaking is just straightforward, you just can't get caught. It also casts a spell at you. A leg locker curse, that is. Alright, so this one's pretty easy. Just have to wait for him first. And of course, prefects did give me nightmares as a kid. And they still do right now.
Must restock on berries. Puffskins are looking hungry.
And hear him whispering. Alright, this is where you go first. Then once he comes here, this is when you make a run for it and push the button. Then get through this cage door. And yes, we made it in on time. First off, here's a wizard card. And then what do we have here? The first missing item from Ginny.
Ginny's brass scales!
Hope that man didn't hear us. Or else he'll find out where we are.
I know you're here somewhere.
Nope, I didn't think he heard Harry.
I wonder if the noise of a spell might distract him.
You can distract the prefect with a spell, but it's just best not to cast a spell to distract. It's like, I see you, boy. And we got caught. But not to worry. He won't try to catch you here. All he does is wander around in his shop. You see him coming, but he's just guarding the door. So don't worry, he won't chase you here. When I was a kid, I thought he would chase me here, but he actually doesn't. And then there's the prefect music, where the prefect catches you. And there's also a distracting music. The prefects go to a spell and they take a look at that scene. Alright, enough said. Let's go outside to Diagon Alley. So yeah, there might have been one time as a kid when I played this. It was when the man went through the doors after I distracted him. Well, the cage door actually. Went through it and then I got scared, so I just exited the shop. Now let's go talk to them.
Have you had a look in Gambol and Japes, Harry?
Gambol and Japes, which is just right here.
we lost you for good, Potter.
And there's Fred and George.
This is Gambol and Japes, the wizarding joke shop.
Ginny said her quill was definitely in here.
This is where we find Ginny's quill, but first, this is what you find first. This is where a lot of you tend to miss.
Lumos!
You just cast Lumos right here, and then this bookshelf opens. And why did I search here? I already got enough beans. You have to search in here. So it's this wizard card, and now let's go downstairs. Let's buy ourselves some stink
How much
pellets,
are stink pellets?
4 sickles for a pack of 10.
which is what we have.
Some stink pellets!
And then they're used for prefects just to get out of nasty situations with them.
Go on, try the Magical Menagerie. You'll need to cast a perfect flipendo spell to make the pointer hit the top.
Does this look familiar to you from the burrow? It's the Magical Measurer. You just need to guess.
Nintendo!
Not bad. I need more power than that.
Remember this? Or we can't ring the bell. All we need to do is cast a perfectly flipendo spell.
Excellent, the perfect flipendo spell.
And then we just ring the bell, which reveals a crawl space. And then there's Ginny's quill. We need to get through those barrels first. And those are all the sickles there is. So we got ourselves 8 of them. And then there's Ginny's quill.
Ginny's quill!
She actually needs it for writing. But I don't get what she needs the measuring skills for, as if I can remember from the book. Well, I do remember from the first book where Harry does need dragonhide gloves. Now let's talk to Fred and George.
Stink pellets. Eh, Potter?
An excellent purchase.
Well, yeah, stink pellets are what Fred and George are fond of, and got to set my potion vial to circle. And I think the last place to go is
Have you looked in the Leaky Cauldron, Harry? I'm sure
the
I dropped
Leaky
something
Cauldron.
there.
This is where she saw Hagrid.
Flipendo!
Come to think of it, one of the minor flaws in this game is you don't see Hagrid a lot. Well, mostly not in cutscenes.
Now where is Ginny's spellotape?
Should be at a fireplace, Harry. How can you not know?
Oh, Mr. Potter, delighted to see you again. Make yourself at home and have a good look around. The cellar is full of surprises.
I think his name was Tom, as I remember from the first Harry Potter movie.
The Leaky Cauldron cellar is a great place to explore, Mr. Potter.
Well, indeed it is, since I'm looking for Ginny's spellotape.
Hello, Harry. I saw Mrs. Weasley looking for you. Hope you ain't been creeping round that nocturne alley. Terrible place. You'd best stay away.
Well, too late, I was already there.
The Leaky Cauldron's the finest pub in London, Harry. It's got a huge cellar, you know.
How can it be the finest pub if no one muggles know about it?
Did I tell you, I've been having a bit of trouble lately with flesh-eating slugs.
Was it for the mandrake roots in Hogwarts?
I really miss Norbert. I think about him almost every day.
How many times do I have to tell you not to carry a dragon at school? Didn't Mr. Dumbledore tell you enough? Alright then. Oh wait. Do you remember him from the first book?
Remember me from the last time you were in the Leaky Cauldron, Mr. Potter? Diddlers Diggle at your service.
Do you remember him from the first book, or was it the second book?
Do I know you? Oh, yes. You're the famous Harry Potter. Pleased to meet you.
Do you remember me from last year when I entered the Leaky Cauldron?
Ever read Gadding with Ghouls by Gilderoy Lockhart, Mr. Potter? It's a cracking good read.
Yeah, there are a lot of books by Gilderoy Lockhart that I can't remember from the book. Gadding with Ghouls was one of them. So was Void with Vampires. As well as Holiday with Hags. But I remember all of them. So anyway, let's look in this fireplace.
There's nothing in this fireplace. There must be another way to get Ginny's spellotape.
Indeed, there is another way.
Flipendo! Flipendo! Flipendo!
You just break through these barrels and then... What do you see? A sickle? Hey, I was just trying to get to that sickle. Instead, I go through a trap door. Anyway, what we do is push this button here. And then that cage door opens. But we can't go back.
Nope, not through there.
Because it's locked. Then there are a bunch of imps here. Let's carry them to their cages. I almost got hit by the ink ball. So there are two wizard cards under the cellar. One of them appears after you get all the imps in their cages. Oh wait, my bad. I was supposed to go in the cage. So a wizard card appears right here. Cards means the stamina bar increases. Then there's a crawl space. Where there's another wizard card. And then we crawl back into the cellar. Then you better watch out for those barrels. every other barrel comes out from 2 of those things. And 2 of those doors, actually. Anyway, once you go through this door, you can't go back since pipe is blocking the door. So anyway, haven't I told you? This is actually an awesome game. But it wouldn't be called a masterpiece since there are minor flaws such as long loading times and not seeing Hagrid a lot. Anyway, this is a good game. Sorcerer's Stone wasn't that great of a game, but Chamber of Secrets is. It's more looser than the story. Then we go through the secret door here, and then there's Ginny's spellotape. And then we got all of Ginny's stuff. So now we can go back to Ginny. Alright, so now let's go back and talk to them.
Hello there, Harry.
I found all your things, Ginny.
Oh, Harry, you're so wonderful.
She wants it bad
No,
now,
really,
does she?
It was nothing.
You're such a kind boy, Harry. You really deserve a famous witches and wizards card.
And then we get a wizard card. And then they show us his hint again.
Thanks, Mrs. Weasley.
Gilderoy Lockhart signing copies of his latest book in Flourish and Blots. We were thinking of going in to see him. Would you like to come with us, Harry?
Oh, well, okay then. Thanks.
Let's go inside.
You also don't see Gilderoy Lockhart a lot here. Just in this cutscene. And then Defense Against Dark Arts. And that's pretty much it. And there's Hermione and Draco.
Scott! Is that? It is. It's Harry Potter!
And there's Gilderoy Lockhart.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the perfect moment for me to make an important announcement. I have great pleasure in announcing that this term, I will be taking up the post of Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry.
Bet you loved that, didn't you, Potter? Famous Harry Potter.
Leave him alone. He didn't want all that.
She sits up for Harry.
You've got yourself a girlfriend.
I suppose your parents will go hungry for a month to pay for all the books you're going to need at Hogwarts. Here, girl, take this one.
Such an interesting book. Could it be useful?
It's the least I can do to help out the poor and needy.
What could be useful for that book?
Let me give you some coaching, Harry. Fame is a fickle friend, and I would encourage you to be careful how you play the fame game, so to speak. Be sparing with your public appearances at first, and watch the company you keep.
Harry!
Why,
Harry,
I remember the
we've
time
missed
when I was
the
writing my
train.
second
Missed the
bestseller.
train.
How could you have missed a train? You just left like 5 seconds ago.
5 minutes ago. Oh no! What are we going to do? Well,
Trouble was,
I know
became
that Dad
overexposed,
took the flying car to work
and
this
it
morning.
wasn't until
He's
I
parked
went
in Charing Cross
mysteriously
Road.
missing for 3 weeks, subsequently leaking
It's
the
our
story
only
to the
chance of
prophet
getting
that
to
I'd been
school on
captured by
time.
trolls in the wilds of Stockton Tees, that I managed to regain my former prominent position as the world's most popular wizard. Harry?
Then the question is, how does Gilderoy Lockhart get to Hogwarts?
meet you in the courtyard outside the Leaky Cauldron.
So wait for the flying car, of course. Alright, let me just check. 12 cards, 8 sickles, which is not that important, and 50 beans, and the sink pellets, and the potion vial. Alrighty then. Now let's go talk to Ron.
Ready to go to Hogwarts, Harry? Look, Harry! There's Hogwarts straight ahead! Uh-oh!
Car is in control. And how's Ron fall? Did he fall intentionally? Then the Ford Anglia crashes.
Over here, Harry! The one big willow's got me! Don't worry, Ron. I'll come and get you. Just hold on. I can't do anything else. Hurry up, Harry!
Alright, so Harry will have to hang out here for a bit, as we'll try and rescue Ron for the next part.